what's up you guys? It's Nika. Welcome to Mondays on my channel, which are literally the only days on my channel because that's the only day I consistently post anything. But hey, I've been consistent and that's the important thing. This is Scraps and he's joining us today for no reason because none of us has anything to do with him. So a couple of weeks ago, I posted a video about just a really negative experience that I had had at the airport, and I was kind of thinking about it. I've actually had a lot of really just weird experiences at the airport, and I decided because some of them are really short, I would just tell you them all in one compact video because I like making your lives more convenient, and that was the only idea I had for this week, so hooray for skills. Okay. So the first thing that ever happened to me at the airport was when I was 3 years old. My mom and I believe, if I remember this correctly, it's very hazy, 3 is very young, a lot of things have happened between then and now, so hope I'm remembering right. If I'm not, sorry Mom. Anyway, so I was about 3 years old when we went to the airport to go pick up my grandmother. She liked to come visit us every couple years, super sweet lady. Yeah, I remember, she made me blankets and stuff, she was cool. I had a cool grandma. Anyway, so she would come visit us, and obviously she's from Tennessee, so she would have to come fly. So my mom always likes to go to the airport like 30 minutes early. So anyway, so we're waiting there for, you know, what a little 3-year-old would think is a very long time, and all of a sudden, I gotta go potty happens. And I'm sure that happened every 5 minutes. Again, I'm sorry, Mom. It's just who I was at the time. I'm a grown-up now. Maybe it's every 10 minutes now. This is getting too real. Well, anyway, so we go into the bathroom, and, you know, I do my thing in there, and I stand up, and all of a sudden, the toilet flushes by itself. And I'm panicking. I'm like, I didn't press anything. What is going on? Is it broken? Is it going to explode? And to calm me down, my mother informed me this. No, honey, that's just a robot toilet. It flushes for you. Robot toilet? Nope. Nope. So from that day forward, I was convinced on those automatic flushing toilets that either a robot or an alien, which in my 3-year-old mind, they were the same thing, would watch me go potty and then flush the toilet. I was literally convinced there was a robot flushing the toilet for me. Thanks a lot, Mom. Anyway, irrational fears started from childhood. There you go. My next experience happened when I was about 16 years old, and I had gone on a trip to New York with my drama club. It was a really fun trip. We got to go see shows on Broadway and go to different restaurants and go to different museums, and it was really awesome, but I almost ruined it. So let me give you a little bit of a backstory. When my little brother still lived with my family, and I still lived with my family, I don't live there anymore, he had pica, so he constantly wanted to be eating, and obviously it's not healthy to just constantly be eating. It's not necessarily healthy for somebody, especially if they can't control themselves. So we would lock the snacks, not like all the food, but just like snack foods like chips, crackers, fruit snacks, stuff like that would be locked in my parents' bathroom pantry. Not the most ideal place for snacks, but you know, sometimes when you have an autistic child in your family, you gotta improvise in weird ways. Well, so they would lock their door, and it was just one of those push locks, and in order to open it, I had to use this tiny little screwdriver. And so the day that I was going on this trip, I was getting ready. I still had to pack my makeup and pack my hair stuff because, you know, I think I probably showered that morning or whatever. And so I was running in and out of their bathroom to get everything together, and so I shoved the screwdriver in my pocket and forgot it was there. So we get to the airport, we get our bags, checked into, you know, how they take baggage claim or whatever, I don't know what it's called, and then we start heading up towards security. And so we start taking all of our, you have to take your belt, your shoes, all that stuff. So I start taking all of that stuff off, putting it in my bin, and I check my pocket in case I'd like left a key in there or something weird, which has happened to me before, and I ended up getting the metal detector in Australia, and it was really uncomfortable. Anywho, I realized when I reached into my pocket that there is a screwdriver there. And my first thought is that screwdrivers are probably definitely not allowed on the plane. And I started thinking the worst things were going to happen. I'm like, oh no, they're going to detain me. They're going to search me. They're going to sue me. Ah! I'm freaking out. And like, I'm aware that doesn't happen. Like, they just normally, if you have something like that, they just take it and throw it away because you just can't have it on the plane. But at this point in my life, I did not necessarily realize that, so I'm freaking out and freaking out. So what I did, I snuck it into my teacher's bin. I think I told her about it, but I spoke so fastly, she was like, huh? And so I sneak into the teacher's bin, and I'm just watching as her bin's going through. I'm just watching. I'm like, she's gonna be in so much trouble, and it's my fault. She's gonna get in so much trouble. She's gonna go to airport jail. And it goes through just fine. No one says a thing. Apparently, back then screwdrivers were a-okay on planes. I'm wondering if that rule's changed though in recent years. So scary. Well, anyway, so at one point on that trip, we took a boat ride to Ellis Island, and you get on the boat. And immediately there's a big sign of stuff that you can't have. Guess what's at the top of the list is screwdrivers. So everyone turns and they look at me and they're like, Nika, did you bring your screwdriver? Nope, it was back at the hotel in my suitcase where it stayed for the rest of the trip and on the way home. So when I was 13, I went to go stay with some family in Texas, and I live quite a ways from Texas. So when you head home from Texas or when you head to Texas, there is 99% of the time a layover somewhere in the United States. So I was coming home from Texas and I had to stop in Arizona. Well, Texas decided that 2 drops of rain was enough to warrant delaying my flight for like 3 hours or 2 hours or something ridiculous. So there was no chance of me making the flight from Arizona, and there were no flights from Arizona to where I lived until the next morning. So I'm like, why don't I just stay a couple more days? Well, ultimately my parents wanted me to come home. I don't know, it just got weird. So the airport offered to pay for me to stay in a motel or whatever, which they do anytime something like that happens. Notification. So they offered to pay for that, to pay for food. Well, my parents didn't quite trust me alone in a motel. I was 13. I mean, I guess that's kind of a fair thing. I was pretty mature. Maybe it wasn't so much that they didn't trust me. I think they didn't trust the surroundings of Arizona, you know, one of the most, like, crime-influency places ever. I get it, guys, I get it. So they were panicking, what are we going to do? Well, a family member of mine had a friend that lived in Arizona. I had not met this guy, since I was like 4, by the way. And so they're like, why don't we just have her stay with him for the night and he can drive her in the morning? And he was like, yeah, sure, whatever. So, okay. Fair enough. So I get on the plane, I ride the plane home, and I'm pretty self-sufficient. I'm 13. I know that I just need to go meet him downstairs wherever baggage claim is. Like, that was where I was told I was going to meet him. So I start walking towards that way, looking at the signs. I'm a pretty smart kid. I can read. When all of a sudden I hear over the entire airport, not just my area, but over the entire airport's intercom, "Would the lovely Monica Moore," my real name's Monica, "would the lovely Monica Moore please return to the gate? Thank you. Thank you." And these are the next things to transpire. "Oh, hello, Miss Monica. My name is Bob, and I've been assigned to make sure you get to your caretaker all so safely. Now, who are we looking for here?" Literally all I know about this man is that he has a praying mantis tattoo on his leg. Literally the only thing I know about him. So I don't know how we're going to find him. Alright, we're looking for a guy with a praying mantis tattoo. Back off, everybody. This is my job. Okay, so the thing about this guy, I forgot to mention earlier, but kind of just mentioned a second ago, he had a praying mantis tattoo on his leg. This was literally the only identifying factor other than the fact that he was a vegetarian. I'm not just going to go out screaming, "Okay, vegetarians of the world, I need one of you." All I know about this guy is about this tattoo, so I tell this overly eager flight attendant about this. Well, the next 30 minutes are just some of the most interesting moments of my life. Hey, Miss Monica, is it that guy over there? Because he looks really scary. He has too many tattoos for my liking. I don't feel comfortable leaving you alone with him. So, I don't think that's him. So we see this big biker guy, and he just doesn't, he's you know, very biker looking, very big, burly guy in like leather, and it's got tattoos everywhere, and the guy's like all scared of him. And, you know, I'm just in my head thinking, why on earth would a biker, who's definitely not a vegetarian, like that guy likes a good steak every night. I actually don't know. Bikers, you can be vegetarians if you want to. But I'm just thinking this guy would not have a praying mantis on his body. Like, his tattoos were more like, "God bless America," "Mom," stuff like that. You know, like that's just the type of guy this was. Well, we keep going, and finally he spots the guy with the praying mantis tattoo and decides to announce it. "Still looking. We're still looking." "I see a mantis. I see a mantis. Right over there." That was that story. Thank you for watching me embarrass myself on the internet. Always a good idea, right? Thank you guys so much, especially to everyone that watched my video last week. That was kind of an emotional one to make, but I really wanted to share that story. Please continue to watch, like, and subscribe. If there's anything that you want to see me talk about, please comment in the comments section below, but try to do it on the YouTube. On the actual YouTube, like click the video, go to YouTube and comment, or you can comment when I post this on Facebook as well. I really would like some feedback on what you guys would like to see. Thank you guys so much. Go ahead and check out my blog. She's got a bird on her back for just a quick little post about Friendsgiving. And you can follow Scraps at Scrap It Apple on Instagram. And I cannot wait to see you guys next week. Bye!